On my last video, I said that I was going to take a couple weeks off, which I am. I said that I needed to reformat some things, but Spirit came through to me yesterday, and I had to do this video simply because this is the time. And please know that this is something that escaped my mind for some time, but was brought to the forefront yesterday for me, and I have to expose it now. So if you see over here or below, I'm running a video. It's simply, I'm putting also the link in the description box. This was something I prophesied about back in 2023. Now, for those of you that do follow me, you know that I do channel. And sometimes when I'm channeling these visions, of future projections, let's just say, I don't truly know how long they will be. But now, as time's going on, I'm realizing that I'm basically like a year and a half out from when these things take place. So I am bringing it back up again because Spirit's motioning me to, because now I feel like is the time that more of these names are going to be exposed. And what I was really surprised, because I had to go back into, like you'll see here, I keep so many of these, so many. I have maybe over 30 notebooks right now, just with channelings and things of that nature. So if you can see here, August 4th, 2023. The video that I have is from August 4th, 2023. That was me speaking to it. Now, you'll notice that if you do watch the link, I don't say the full names because I was motioned by Spirit at that time not to. I gave some of the, and I highlighted some of the, initials. Now, today, I'm going to reveal the names. Simply also because when I did come to the names again, because I was highlighted another piece of information for this prophecy yesterday night, I am now allowed to say out all the names that I had here. And funny enough, someone who is in the news currently is on this list. So that's why I was like really blown away, because at the time when you're channeling, you say these things or you write these things and you don't truly remember them, especially because this was August 2023. So we're going into 2025 right now, and I feel like this is the time that I was referencing back then, and I want to speak to it again. So I'm just going to read out what I got, okay, back then, all right? Hollywood is getting turned upside down. The strongholds forth are crumbling, and more of the demonics and dominions that propagate will be no longer. The Luciferian strongholds will be no longer. Time is running out. Soul contracts that were made are being revoked. So those that made these will be taken down one by one. The names I received was Liz, and you have to understand before I say these names, some of these persons are also whistleblowers. And if you do watch the link, you'll notice that I highlight this part of the vision, which was that there is a madam within Hollywood that has really been facilitating a lot of this, meaning like doing the connections. Like she is the one, it reminded me of like, you know, Epstein when his wife was helping him kind of coerce women to the house. This woman in Hollywood that I saw in my vision, all I saw at the time, and this is why this all clued in full, you know, come to this point right now, I think I've got the idea of who it is. So in the vision that I had a year and a bit ago, I remember it vividly. The woman had short blonde hair, loved to wear white pantsuits, and also was very well connected in Hollywood. And I also saw that she had like a lot of gold, like a gold watch. She was predominant and well-to-do. Now, the thing that I will say is that at this moment, I was triggered yesterday by a picture, and I'll tell you who I saw, but that's what this whole video is about me, us seeing this come to pass. So the names I received was Lizzo, Jenny McCarthy, Tom Hanks, Nicolas Cage, Ray Romano, Jerry Seinfeld, Lee Roberts, and I got that he's some form of director. Oprah is a head, or what you would call a principality. So when I saw Oprah in the vision, she was wearing a red robe as if she was performing something ritualistic. And she is what they call a principality. So if you're anyone who's Christian, you understand that principalities are like the head of like demonic rings, etc., or Satanists, let's just put it this way. And I did not come up with this verbiage. This is what Spirit was showing me at the time. So it seems like she was doing something with children. Like she was like using children in a way for spiritual sacrifice, it seemed. And this was something I didn't want to come out with. And if you see in the video below, I said OW. And I also said some names here as initials that I'm going to list out as well. Katy Perry, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Puff Daddy. Okay, I have it all written here. I say it in the video, but I say PD. I don't say the whole name. Kid Rock, Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones. I received in that vision too that Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas have some type of connection with the Oprah thing. They were the ones involved with that too.
Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Willow Smith.
Too. Robert Downey Jr. and Macaulay Culkin and Britney Spears. Now, these three at the end, or not the end, there's more. It seemed like they may be the whistleblowers, or they know of this, and their contracts are up too, and they're going to have to decide if they're going to rat everyone out or not. And not to say that they couldn't go down equally for their sins, but what I'm saying is that they may reveal more and, move to the side of good. The other ones, Carson Daly, Morgan Freeman, and I got DeGrasse Tyson. Another one I got was Zuckerberg. More will be outed. There are more changes to the polarities and sides every day. And then the reason why I'm going to talk about everything else I got, because if I was off by this, by like a year and a half, there are the other things that this was saying. So the truth of the world, which is 179 billion years at this point, and will continue with or without humans, unfortunately. Christians will be persecuted and holy wars are starting. Jews versus Jews, Christians versus Christians, Muslims versus Muslims, and so forth. The polarity game has been set, and those that are against brother will go against brother, and it is necessary because those that do not repent or make peace with the ultimate creator and peace with their truest self, if they cannot commit to at least 52% to the light side, and they will not make it to the next awakening. And what I was getting for this was this feeling of us clearing karma. So even for the light workers out there, like, it's very important. And the reason why I was getting the Christians, and it was funny because back in 2023, I said the Jews versus the Jews. And in another prophecy, maybe a week before this video that I put below, I had talked about how there was going to be uprisals in the Middle East. And currently there are. These things are making me understand that what I was seeing back then is going to, or has come to play and has come to pass and is happening now. There was this feeling of like Russia going all out soon. Nukes have been disempowered, and it was coming more so with the help of the, the galactic side of things. And there was also another hindrance here saying that Middle Earth will show themselves, meaning the extraterrestrials that are of this planet are going to start revealing themselves, and I put it for March 2024. Now, if I'm a month, or if I'm a year behind, then I'm going to put this now as March 2025. Okay. And it's basically what I was seeing is that those extraterrestrial beings that do currently live in Middle Earth, or what I would say on the flip side of the ocean, they're going to start making themselves known because of all the cataclysms. And I said this in this video last year. So what I'm saying is that if I'm off by a year, that's what I think is happening. Funny enough, that video comes out about how the U.S. has been very well aware of beings that are living in our oceans. Not to say that ancient aliens didn't touch upon this, not to say that the Dogma tribe, in Southern Africa didn't talk about this in the, connection to the Sirius constellation, etc. I'm going on a tangent. That's not important. But what is important is that this is happening. In this same time, I was seeing there's going to be a lot of takedowns of the Fortune 500. I was getting Dell, Lotus, Toyota, Nissan, Ford. So a lot of car companies are going to be taking huge hits if they have not already. And then I was getting Greenspan, Nestle. Those were other ones. But there's going to be a huge change with the Fortune 500 soon. And then I got $123 billion in assets slide away. So what I was also getting in that vision back then was that a lot of major players are going to be shifting their money. And then there was like this thing about the banks are all aware, and they're taking bigger hits now to avoid the dire coming. And in a sense, hoping the rebrand, the resurface in some other capacity when the coast is clear. This was what I was seeing. It was like basically like the banks are going to be giving all the financing, all of the interest rates that we want, and then it's like they're going to bottom out, and they know that this is coming, and that's why they're doing this. That's why they're buying more debt, etc. Right now, I'm saying, because this is what I saw last year. This should be happening right now, and then freak flood in Wyoming to hit soon. I don't know if this has taken place. And then I got a children's show or cartoon with a panda. The main actor is a pedophile. I don't know who this is. I'm going to look it up, but I'm just trying to be as real as possible because this is all the things I got on that same channeling last year. Now, the piece of resistance. Why this all started for me today, why I'm bringing back this prophecy from back then, is because yesterday I was looking up something, and all of a sudden I saw a picture of Ellen DeGeneres and Portia, and something in my mind, and they were talking, it was just some tabloid thing about like how they're splitting up, but like realistically I don't know if that's true, and that's not the point of this. The point of this was that when I saw the two of them side by side, they were both wearing white suits, and something in my mind just went ding 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 ding, like it reminded me of the vision I had last year. Okay, and that's how this whole thing got sprung. And then when I went back and I saw that I wrote Puff Daddy, I was like, holy shit. I'm like, not that I doubt myself, but it's like when you don't remember, you're like, oh my God, he's on the list. Like, how would I have known that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm starting to realize that there's a lot more to this. And it has to do with these contracts that are up in time. And when I saw that picture yesterday of Ellen DeGeneres and Portia, it just triggered in my mind about the Madam service, the Madam service, the Madam service. So the thing is like, because I saw the picture with both of them, I don't know if I'm being shown that it's both of them or that either one of them knows of each other. Or like, let's say, for example, if it was Portia, then Ellen knows that she was doing this. Or if it was Ellen, Portia knows that she was doing this. So it's like, but realistically, I don't want to be, I'll be honest. I felt like the vision I was seeing was more of a feminine, in the pantsuit, because it seemed not as like, it seems not as A-line or like, breasted like a male's jacket like Ellen does wear. It was more tapered like what a woman wears. And it's funny because, like I said, in that vision, I saw a woman with short blonde hair with a white suit. And the only reason why I think it could be Portia is because the person had a purse hanging from their arm. Now, the thing is that I have never seen Ellen with a purse, so I'm not saying, so I know this is like way off the wall, but there's something to do with this Madam service that these two women are very aware of. And in the video, like I had put below that you've been seeing this entire time, is where I said this. And at the same time, it was fresh in my mind at that time that this Madam service was really cultivating like a world of sad, like finding these sadder actresses or actresses really looking for a leg up, maybe that didn't have much talent. And it's like as if this madam was coercing them to these parties, into drugs, into parties, so that they could push them onto these men or women that are participating in this ring that I'm talking about. So I look out for this. If this does come to pass, I think it's coming closer towards 2025. Because realistically, I wrote that in August of 2023. So just to know, like, we're past August. So I know this sounds all over the place, but I got to get it out because I saw that. I saw the picture come back and I knew that Spirit was trying to highlight to me this is the answer to that question. And I had to share it. So if you do like what I'm saying, please like, please share, please subscribe. But this isn't where I'm headed for my, my new season with this channel. But when Spirit asks me to talk, I talk. And that's how it rolls. So have a good one. I love you lots. We'll see what pops off. Bye for now.